praying the mess away. He who worries does not pray, and he who prays does not worry. And I expand that. He who worries does not pray. He who prays does not worry. He who is in anger does not pray. He who prays is not in anger. She who is in fear does not pray. She who is in fear, she who prays is not in fear. Prayer is the medium of miracles. Prayer helps us transcend our human experience and our Clark Kent persona and our guilty ideas that would cause us pain and suffering. And prayer causes us to transcend into our highest self, where we allow only good, where we diminish the capacity to draw pain to us. Prayer is the medium that prays the mess away. Call in, and the affirmative prayer says this so clearly. With affirmative prayer, the first thing we do is we call in the power of God. And when we fill our minds with the power of God, all of the miseducation that we received in our minds is overshadowed by the power of God. The power of God says, I am beautiful. The power of God says, I am lovely. The power of God says, I am deserving. The power of God says, I am powerful. The power of God says, I am worthy. The power of God says, I am holy. The power of God says, I am God's miracle and the apple of God's eye and deserve every benefit and blessing and grace of God. So when we call in the power of God, we are calling in the transformative force that can take us from Clark Kent to Superman. And then the second part of affirmative prayer is when we align with God. God, you are all that in a bag of chips, and I am created in your image, and so am I. That's the second part of affirmative prayer. All the qualities of God that we have called forth, we call out in ourselves. And the more we call forth the qualities of God and we call them out within ourselves, all those other qualities of our costume fade away. God, you are strength, for you are the power that created heaven and earth. And I, as your extension, as your expression, possess the strength and the weakness of my mind, and the weakness that I have believed I am falls away. And I take off my shirt and I become the super person that you created me to be. And this is what I choose. As we align with the power of God, we align with our super selves. And as we declare with the power of God, thy will and my will are one, thy will and my will be done, what we affirm must be, for we then anchor that energy within us. When we pray, we're not praying to God. When we pray, we're not praying to the universe. When we pray, we're praying to the creative source and force within us. And we are praying that it would be transformed, that it would vibrate differently, that it would have a different magnetic resonance that would attract something different to us. And that's the third part of affirmative prayer, affirming a new vibration, affirming a new energy, affirming a new consciousness, affirming a new creation. And once we vibrate with that, we send that out knowing that it must draw its reflection to us. And this is how we pray the mess away. We pray in the healing. We pray in the transformation. We pray in the different view. We pray in the truth, and we pray out the illusion that has clouded and occluded our minds and clouded and occluded our vision and clouded and diminished our creative capacity for good. And this is the practice that makes it painless. And this is the daily choice, the hourly choice, the choice in every second that can change our experience and transcend the human limitations and can cause us to see the boxes that are in the way as simply illusions that need not be real, as we no longer give them power and give power back to the source of all power and take the power that has lived dormantly within us. And this is how we can live transcendently. Understand our superpower, use it, choose it, and pray the mess away. And that's what I want to share with you today. Thank you so very much.